So Leslie Pope and John Wagner went out to eat at the Lay Pub in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
All right. They were there with 6 of their friends, and usually when you have a party of that size, the waiter automatically adds 18% gratuity on the bill.
Apparently they do over there. You know, some places they do, some places they don't.
Right.
But apparently in this pub in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, they do automatically.
Right. A lot of places have started to do this if you have a large party.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, their waiter was so terrible that Leslie Pope says that she had to go up and get her own silverware and napkins. She had to go up to the bartender and ask her to refill her drink. And she says that the waiter just disappeared. Didn't see him at all.
Well, they didn't. Here's the most important part. They didn't take the order for an hour.
Right.
Okay. At which point I would have thought about maybe finding another pub in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, because getting up to get silverware, I mean, from time to time, rather than wait for the waiter, I do that. I just grab it from some other table or whatever, right? But waiting an hour, that's outrageous.
Right.
So they get the bill, and what happens?
They get the bill, and they paid for their food and drinks. They paid for the tax, but they refused to pay for the gratuity, which was 18%. Since they didn't do that, the restaurant management called the police. The police arrested them for theft.
No, but that's not even close to acceptable. That's crazy talk, okay? It's a tip. It's a tip you give for good service. If you don't get good service, you don't get the tip. I mean, it's un-American to say that you have to pay the tip. That doesn't make no kind of sense. And then that's one side of it. But then for the pub to call the cops is terrible for them. I mean, God, if I was in Bethlehem, I'd never go to that pub again. Never. And it's terrible publicity. It's a terrible idea in 800 different ways. Okay.
Right.
Now, but the cops, what the hell were you thinking arresting them? If they call you in, you don't always have to take the side of the guy with the money or the restaurant or the establishment or power or whatever it is. You can use your common sense and go, oh, they didn't pay the tip. I'm not going to arrest them for that. That's mental.
It's definitely mental, yeah.
Can you imagine how angry you'd be if they arrested you for that?
Yeah, I can imagine how angry I could be. And I've been in a situation where I was at a restaurant and 45 minutes had passed by and, you know, the waiter hadn't even brought me my water or taken my order. Nothing, right? And I, went off on the waiter. I got up and I was like, dude, this is not okay. You can't do this to your customers. I mean, it would be understandable if the restaurant was full of people, but the restaurant was empty.
Well, I take a much simpler route. I just, if they've taken too long in the beginning, I'm like, up and at 'em. We're outie.
Right.
I mean, we live in a big city. There's a lot of restaurants, right? And sometimes I'll have ordered a drink already, but then he's taken 35 minutes to come and take my order. I won't even pay for the drink. You heard me, Bethlehem cops. And I'll go up to the manager. I'll let him know. I'll say, hey, here's what's happening. I waited 35 goddamn minutes. I'm outie 5,000, okay? I'm a goner. And I got no interest in waiting another 35 minutes, okay? And here's what I'm doing. You like, you like. You don't like, you don't like. Okay, I'm not running out on any bill or anything like that, but I have limited patience for that. Man, if a cop for a tip you didn't pay, oof.
And the tip was $17. I mean, you're
going to arrest somebody over $17 tip that they didn't pay. I'm telling you, one of the top 10 injustices of all time.
No, but
I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
And again. And again.
Not the goddamn right sound effect.
It's okay. It's better when you play the wrong one.
Okay.
But look, I think that we need to focus here on the fundamental problem.
Fundamental problem.
Okay.
Coming at you.
Restaurants cannot force us to pay gratuity. They cannot include it on our check.
You cannot.
No, they can't. I mean, that's freaking ridiculous. Because that's, if I were a manager of a restaurant, right? That would be me telling my waiters and waitresses, yeah, you guys can fuck up all you want because the gratuity is already going to be included. So go ahead. You know, don't neglect the customers. It's all good.
Have you seen all the TYT videos from today? Check out the Young Turks YouTube channel. Do it already.